Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're playing Satisfactory. Between episodes I've done a lot of work in preparation and just getting some other things set up. I found out that I can actually jump up here without using any slide jump or anything with these new, what are they called? The Blade Runners, which are pretty nice. I upgraded that factory a little. I overclocked the miner because I unlocked the overclocking in the research, and then matched up the constructors to match, and now I think this one's making about 40 concrete a minute, and then it's getting pumped over here instead of going into here. This guy's still making concrete, but I'm sending it over here. Over here I also have created another concrete factory, also overclocked to an extent, giving me 50 concrete a minute. Right over there, it's got about 4 constructors, one of which is underclocked. But I need to get better logistics in order to get that thing to run at its full capacity, so it's not quite running the full amount. The miner is producing about 150 limestone a minute, and my conveyor belts only do 120. So I need to get the logistics 3 conveyor belts. I'm sending right now all the concrete over here to be sent into the awesome sink. Trying to get as many points as possible so I can unlock stuff in the awesome sink, awesome store. I also unlocked the DNA capsules in the research. I killed some of those harvester things, so I'm gonna put these into the awesome sink over here. So let me put those in here, and this should get me some good amount of points once it goes through. Yep, that's giving me a lot. Okay, we'll let that run for a bit, get me some more points. I also created a factory over here. Took me a little bit to find the crystal, or the quartz, a quartz source. And so I made this quartz factory to make silica and the, what is this one called? The quartz crystal constructions. That way I can have them for researches and stuff, because there's a few researches I want to complete. And then, well, most of my factories that I've been building since the last episode, I figured out that there's a thing you can download off of Steam, a Satisfactory modular or something like that, modeler, and it allows you to create a kind of a recipe tree, a construction tree, so you can formulate your factory before that. That's how I know how to properly make the factories. It is a little off on some things, like it told me to make 2 1/3, so that this one runs at 100% and this one at 1/3, which wasn't really working too well, I think. So I instead just made it do 25 and 25, which is half of the output it was estimating. So now I'm getting 50 a minute in here. And then I also used it to calculate the amount for this. And then I also did it for the little factory right here that we'll be going over. So I will be creating a factory that will be creating the 3 steel items, the steel beams, the steel pipes, and the encased industrial beams. And I'm also going to be learning how to make the trucks work. So let's quickly just set up the factory over here, and then let's get going. I'm actually going to move this power pole to be more out of the way of the factory, because I'm going to put some constructors and splitters and all that. So I'm just going to put that there. Oh yeah, I also unlocked this thing in the research, which I should probably go over. It allows you to slide along the power poles, which is pretty nice. Also, I'm sending out all the extra copper stuff that I can over to the awesome sink as well. Those storages filled up, so I was like, might as well I finished the nutrients by getting the all 3 of the food types, and then I had some extra pipes, so I researched it there, just from crash sites and stuff, and I was able to unlock the medical inhaler. I just haven't created any. I unlocked this by crafting some power shards out of the slugs. Now I just need to put in the purple power slug, and I can unlock that one, which actually, I think I have a purple power slug somewhere. So if I search in here, yeah, I do have a purple power slug. I went on expeditions a little bit, searched around, find what I could, so I can unlock this one. And now I can unlock...
Research completed. Purple power slugs seem to be near the end of their life cycle and have a significant amount of potential energy stored. It is a good thing Fix-It does not waste. Purple power slugs can now be processed into power shards.
There's another crafting recipe, I think, outside of the power slugs. And that's what that one is for, but I need 10 power slugs and some other things, or power shards and whatever that middle piece is, which I'll have to get to. This is one of the things I need to research, is the crystal oscillator, so I'll be doing that today. I also can get some more inventory slots with the 200 mycelia, and I need some more rebar. Sulfur, I unlocked black powder and the experimental power generator, I believe. That way I can start researching how to make turbo fuel and all that. The Noblisk detonator I need to get to research because, well, I'll show you that in a little bit. I did unlock fabric, but I haven't done much with it. But I would like to research some of this stuff. You can see I went pretty far in the Criterium, got Power Pole Mark II unlocked, I believe. I haven't yet tried out that. AI limiters, which so far I've just been handcrafting to use, but I'll eventually make an automated factory for that. The power switch would be nice to have. Power Pole Mark III, but that's in the future, and some other stuff. The programmable splitter is a nice thing to probably get at some point, but I did get the smart splitter, which costs AI limiters, which is why I have some. I'll probably craft some more for today's thing. And then geothermal generators would be nice to get for some extra power. And once we get the steel pipes, we can unlock the sand fluctuator and start working on the dimensional depot and some other stuff. Specifically with the summer sloops, which I found a few of them. This is where I unlock the DNA capsules and some more stuff with the stuff I had on hand, increasing my inventory. I should have saved some DNA capsules, but I'll just get some more. And then I need to unlock this with more DNA capsules. And I do have some more hard drives. I'm going to put a few of those in there, and it became night. Let's see. I'm going to bring over 2 to research. They take 10 minutes to research, so I'll just put that in and go look for quartz. Well, let's do the quartz first. So let me go grab some of the cilia and the quartz stuff so I can research the crystal oscillators and increase my inventory space. Main reason why I want the crystal oscillator is they unlock things in the shop for the different factory improvements that it has. I think here, nope, in management, yeah. The throughput monitor would be nice to get, but that requires researching the crystal oscillators. So let me just quickly do that. That would be in the quartz crystal oscillator. Start the research. That should be good. Listen to Ada.
Research completed. Crystal oscillator recipe unlocked. New quartz research available.
And then I'm gonna increase my inventory. Nice. I need to make crystal oscillators for
Pocket
those.
dimension now extra dimensionalized with additional dimensional capacity.
Ah, you can scan for the hard drives. Radar tower. That's probably good for searching for resource nodes and helping out with the map, I think. But I got those things down now. So for now, let's get to work on the factory. Okay, I'll start with making the factory part for the beams and pipes and all that. So currently my modular thing is telling me that for what I currently want, which is at least 15, if not a little more per minute of each item, of each steel item, I can use the just one constructor for pipes. So I'll be quickly just putting this on. That should be a good spot for it. Okay, configure you for steel pipe. This thing is mainly going to deliver steel ingots by tractor. If that doesn't work, I'll just set up a conveyor belt. I believe I have... Let me look at my modular real quick. According to my modular, I will be having 300 steel per minute if I set up this correctly, but it won't be constant because the tractors. So I'll try my best to get this to work. I think I should expand this a little bit. So I'll be putting a splitter right here. Don't think it will line up properly because they're not at the same angle. As long as they're good enough. And I need to, there we go. Lines up with that. Let's see. Yeah, that should work. So then I can get the, at least the Mark II going between these. And then this one will make pipe, which then I'll just put straight into storage. Right there. And that should be it for that. The rest will exit out this side. So I should probably make the rest of this a little longer. Okay. And now I need to make 4.5 constructors for beams. So let me pull out the constructors. I'll probably line this up just right away next to it, if not give it a little space, just to signify its difference from the beam one. One, two, three, 4, and 5. And it wants 4.5. So I will put this one at 50% on its clock speed, so it actually saves a bit on power. I'm just going to make the entire thing a Mark II, and because it's straight, I'm hoping that. Nice. And the encased industrial beam requires steel beams, so some of this will go to make the steel beams, or encased industrial beams with the concrete, while the rest will just go into storage. Another thing I need to unlock with the quick wire is the ability to connect these things to straight together, which will be very helpful. So let me just put splitters on all of these. And then I can put in the, well, how much do these things want? 60 a minute. So to limit it, I can actually just only put in the Mark I type belt. And that should limit the amount of resources that go into them. That way they can move on to the next one and keep the thing running at full efficiency. This one only wants 30 a minute, so I'll also change this to be the Mark I belt. And let me just quickly set these all to steel beam on the recipe. It'd almost be easier to just have this one run at the 50%. Yeah, I'll do that. So this one's gonna run at 50, not 150, 50%. While this one will run at 100%. That way it's 3 15s, which should make up 45. So 15 times 3 is the 45. So 3 of these right here. 45 is good enough for the Mark 1. Let's see. There we go. I'll just have it go over here. Let's see. Make it straight. Would put it to here. And the other two here will merge into a merger, which is in logistics down here at the bottom. Let's see, that's about the middle right there. See if I can line this up so it looks better. So it's in the middle. See, in the middle right there, and then can I get you to line up in the middle right here? Close enough. And then can connect it with pipe. That. And then I can send it to a storage container. And this should be everything that's not going to be turned into encased industrial beam. While the rest will be making the encased industrial beam. Now for encased industrial beam, we're going to need 3 constructors. I'm going to try and, not 3, 3 assemblers. So I'm going to need to get the assembler. And, well, it's going to be a little difficult to fit everything, I think. And at least put one there. There. Let's see, can we fit one right here? Neat. Okay. And then I will need to extend the foundation. The new pipe, new power pole, which I actually need to look about to see what the Mark II power pole allows for up to 7 connections. Nice. So let's just replace that with number 2. And let's see. Nice, you can just upgrade them directly to the Mark II pole. And should have 7 connections. Nice. I might just go around on the upgrade spree. Okay, so we got the 45 per minute coming in this way. I'm gonna have to do some funky stuff for the concrete. And then we just need to put in splitters here on each one. If I could line this up right. There we go. Then I can build them in. Okay, and I just remembered that this one will be doing the... Is it not the assembler? Well then. Oh, I can't get the encased yet because I need to unlock it, I believe. Let me double check. over here. In order to... Yeah, I can't do the encased yet. So I need to unlock this, which requires steel pipes and concrete modular frames. So why not just get this one going? So I can start putting in the items that I have, but I'm going to need to get more of the industrial frames. And then I need to go get the steel actually getting over to make the steel pipes. And head over to create the foundries to make steel. Quickly, before I head over to the foundries, I'm just gonna upgrade some of these power poles. That way I can connect them real quick. So let's actually get another one placed right here. And then let's get another one. Nope, not a miner. Wonder, does this automatically just make the 2 or 1? This automatically made a 2, so it knows. Okay, so we got the pipe already built. We got 7 connections, so we can plug in every single one of these. And then head over. So this is the steel delivery place where it's supposed to be delivered to. I built this freeway all the way over to the coal power plant area. That way we can have the tractors come over. Most of the stuff I'm doing is just so I can learn how things basically work, and all of that. Later I'll focus on making a better looking stuff. I'm in the learning phase. It just goes up here. It's actually quite close when you take this way instead of running through the trees. Then I made it go down over here. Took me a while to make this actually. Goes over the water pumps, over to this area. Probably gonna take fall damage here. Yep. Okay, so over here I found an iron node, which I haven't plugged in yet. And it'll pump the iron over here once I make the foundries. Then I brought in coal from over there. I found a coal node. That one's just coming over to power this, so that it can refuel the trucks. And then the other one, which you can see is not quite built yet, that one will be coming in to power up the foundry. And I'm leaving that coal node alone, because once I unlock that one by blowing up the rock on top of it, I'll be having it to increase power production. So for now, I need to actually put down the foundries, which I'm hoping the wall here doesn't make it too bad. I might have to, yeah, I'm gonna have to move this. So let's get the foundries down. And let me quickly look at my modular to figure out exactly how many I need. Okay, according to my modular, I need to make 7 foundries and underclock one of them. So let me just quickly build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, and 7. And that was just enough modular frames. Nice. Okay. Seems a little off to me. Let me build some more foundations real quick. Okay. So let me first get the steel going, and then I'll get the iron coming in. I had a basic design set up and changed it while I was doing it, so I kind of made a better idea. too long for that. Can we do something like that? And then do a straight on like that? That might work. Though it doesn't like that. So let's try that again. I want it lined up about here. So let's see if I can reverse it a bit. So let's do, let's see, that one is bringing in how many per minute? So I do need the Mark II. So let's see. We do that, and then have this one. Doesn't seem to like it too much. Wrong button. I'd have gotten it. Let's see. It's just too far for that one, but I can line it up with that one. Kind of. It won't look nice. But there we go. We can get it all the way down to this one right here. Not too long. Let's see. There we go. That should be straight along everything. So let's start getting the splitters put in. Let's see. There we go. Go. One last splitter. Okay. I think we're gonna have like the coal kind of travel above this one and then go down into it. I think it'll make it easier. Another thing I need to do is the power poles. There we go. Just gonna put this one here for now, and that one can go over. See, this one needs to go power up the thing over here, which I think is going to go over and power the miner too. Okay. Coal. I also need to get this one to be the 67%. But I think to get the exact number, which I think just getting it to 30 would work. Because if all the other ones are producing 45, and then there's 6 of those, plus another 30 is the 300 I want. So I need this to be exactly 300, not 3, or exactly 30, not 30.15. So by changing the target production rate itself, I can get the exact number it wanted. And that should do. Now I need to get the coal over here. There's more of those guys, which I actually left behind some stuff over there from when I was getting the coal. Okay. Put that there before having it come over here. Face that way. That's too sharp of a face. Let's get the Mark II back over here, and let's see. See. Gonna have it set like that. Oh, I'm out of reinforced iron plates. Let me go back to the base and get some more reinforced iron plates, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back with the heavy modular frames to finish up this. So let's see. Oh, that didn't even line up now that I see it. Let's try that again. So 6, Mark II, attach you to there. Then you need to be lined up exactly right about there. Go up one. That should do it better. Yep, okay. And then, let's see, can you make it across the entire thing, or am I gonna need a conveyor belt's too long? Let's see, that should be fine right there. And then this one can probably gonna need to split it down. Let's see, is there a way to have this curve diagonally on its own without overlapping? Doesn't look like it. How could I possibly do this? There we go. Okay, let's see. I'll need to split them down again. Get down like that. Default, straight, nope. So the curve would probably work the best. There we go. And so each of these, I think, only need like 45. Yeah, so each of them can take the single, the Mark I belt to go in. So you can go like that. Let's see. Belt too steep. Belt too steep. Come on. Don't make me readjust this. No. Okay. Time to rebuild this entire thing. There we go. Okay, and then let's try getting a splitter set up here. I only need a Mark I. There we go. And you actually can get replaced into Mark I too. Why am I not moving? There we go. Okay, so Mark I's, Mark I, Mark I. Okay, some more. There. There. I'm gonna change you to be the Mark I too, because by then there shouldn't be much there. So let's check to see if the iron can make it by turning on the mine. And Actually, let me just quickly check my modular. Yeah. Okay. So each coal and iron mine for the foundry here. And sorry about this belt. Should be producing about 300 iron ore per minute. If I had another power shard on me, I'd be able to get you to the 300. For now, it won't matter because the belt can't even handle 300. But the reason why it's 300 is to match up, I believe, yeah. So the 300 is required. But for now, I need to go get the power shards to be able to actually do that. I thought I had some on me. But for now, it can't produce that much. It can only produce the 240, and then the belt can only... This is a Mark 1. This should be a Mark 2. Okay. Mark 2, this is all Mark 2, Mark 2. Okay, all Mark 2. Okay, so the iron should be coming in. Now, the output of this should be 300 a minute in total. Hence why... Yeah, sorry about this belt too. Then again, I am going to be taking this apart once I get enough stuff unlocked. So I need to be able to merge all of these together into one. So let's get the merger out. It'll be in logistics. And we want it to face that way so that it curves back around and goes straight in, or we have it just meet up in the middle type thing. So let me get that all set up. Right here. This one, no, it wouldn't fit well on onto the container. That one. This one should be able to make it to the container. So I'm going to bring out the merger and should come out this way now. And this one needs to come out that way. I'm just going to make all of these probably a Mark II. Well, the first part is only 45 to 30 a piece, so at least when it goes into these, they'll be Mark 1s. And then this one will just be bringing in 45, this one. 45 plus 45. This one will require a Mark II. So then this one will also need to be a Mark II. Eventually I'm going to need to upgrade these to be, some of them to be Mark IIIs. So that one, and then this one's a Mark I, and then the Mark II can come up here. It's going to merge with that belt. Can I change this belt then? Are you a Mark I? Yeah, okay. I think the one it's taking from is a 60 a minute type. There we go. They no longer overlap. Okay, let's see. We got the coal and the steel coming into each side, I believe. We just need to power them up. So let's see. And this one. And that one. Now all these should be making steel ingots. And they are coming up. Yep. And I'm already going to be backing up. These things are going to be producing it fast. Okay. Now I just need to make the truck path. I already built the truck here. Load. I'm going to be naming this the steel source. That should be fine. Is it not accepting the steel yet? Or no, it just hasn't gotten here yet. And yes, it's clipping the rock. Before I get going with the rest, is this a Mark II? That's the question. No, that's a Mark I. Okay, they should all be Mark II. Yep, there we go. Okay, so now I need to set up the truck path. So I think that requires that. So let's have it curve around. I get it to curve around to go straight up this one. Because I want it to go straight up here. I like that one. Okay, let's see. Can I get this to turn around then? Too sharply. And then all the way back. And if I bring up... Okay, so it's still there. I'm going to just expand the foundations a little on some parts. So let's see. Tractor path. How do I get that to work? Open menu. Vehicle path. Current route. So let's see, steel source and steel delivery. You are to use coal. Okay, I think it will work. Hopefully. How do I get off? You're supposed to fuel it. Maybe it needed initial fuel? I'm gonna... Huh. Follow this guy around. It says this is good, so I'm hoping it's fine with it. It's unloading. Yes. Oh, that kind of breaks physics, I think. Unless it ejected it. And then it drives back. Okay. I'm gonna pop out real quick. Let it go on its own. I'll go over and check on it, but I wanted to see the steel come out here. Okay, it should be coming over here. And making the steel pipes. You need 3. There we go. Nice. You're You're a belt 2, but you're a belt 1. Yeah, that seems about right. So now we're getting steel pipes. So I'll probably just let it run AFK after checking in on the tractor. I'm also getting steel beams, it looks like. Please show up with some steel beams. Nice. It's going to come up with some steel beams over here because these are connected, but once we get the encased industrial beam, it should be fine. I can also micro figure out the tractor and all that. I think it shows up on the map too, so we can see it driving. So I'm going to go check to see how it's doing over there. And then just sit AFK. Okay, got the steel pipes. And I did check, it is refueling the truck. And it's making pretty good delivery time of around 100, close to 100 items per minute. But once we get the upgraded belts, it should be able to do better. Plus, it's still warming up.
Milestone reached. The Miner Mark II allows extraction of resources from nature to fix it at twice the speed of the Mark I model.
Now,
Miners can be directly upgraded to Mark II without removing the Mark I model, just like conveyor belts and other upgradable infrastructure.
encased industrial
Unfortunately,
beam.
setting up the production of advanced steel parts and project part number 3, automated wiring, will not be as easy. Every moment you delay reduces the chances of saving humanity. I will not show you the predictions, it would only demotivate you.
Now, let me just quickly look at my modular. Okay, it says we need 2.5. So this one will run at 50%. And now these concretes will no longer be focusing on that. It will instead be coming in here. Let me redo the storage container. Well, I'll do this. I'll have this here. And then this, I believe I've been doing the Mark II for this one. Yeah. So Mark II will come around here. If I want to do the same thing, I need it to have it be a bit back, I think, from my experience with the foundry. So I think that would work. And then up one. So this guy will probably have to move, but I'll figure it out once I get this guy going. And then, let's see, Mark II belt. It's got to go at least to here. And up. All the curve mode can go into there. They needed to go a little further. There we go. This one can be a Mark I, I believe, because it's only 36 for this one. And then the splitter is number 9 for me on this. Let's see. You will go there. And you're also 36. So you'll be a Mark I too. And then you need one, so you need a splitter as well. There we go. And that one. And this one is definitely doesn't need a Mark II. Okay, so the Mark II feeds the splitters, while the splitters just take where they need to go individually. I then am going to set up a smart splitter right here. with this one set to any in the center. And then, let's see, to the right, I'm going to put overflow. And then I'm going to set up the storage container. Might as well make it a Mark II. So any extra concrete that might be trying to escape, or that would clog up the system, can go and get synced. Right now it's going to send all the concrete it can through that, because I haven't powered these. So I believe there's a new Mark II power cable over here. All these are set up. I just need to build more foundations and then a storage tank. Ones should be enough. And then need more foundations. So I can build the storage container and attach in the pipe. And now just needs to power these guys. And so now they should start making the encased industrial beam. So far as it says, it's running at 100%. Sorry, it consumed all the steel. Probably because it was just trying to fill up this thing. We might have to figure out some things. Then again, the steel's not coming in at full power yet, because I need to get the others done. Yeah. So I need to get the Mark III logistics. So let me go look to see on opening that. Another 3 minutes till the guy returns, so we won't be able to start it up. But Mark III logistics, 200 steel beams, steel pipes, and 400 of those. So I'll just let things progress for now, and I'll be back in a little bit. As you can see, it's not keeping up with the output. The tractor is well, I think it's because it's not getting enough, because it should be able to deliver enough for this, but without the Mark III, or maybe I miscalculated some stuff or other. But I got the 200 beams, 200 pipes, and the pod is returned. I also grabbed the 400 reinforced iron plates, so I can just get the Mark III stuff.
Milestone reached. Improved storage containers and the conveyor belt Mark III provide the obviously necessary tools for improving your current setup. Production speed is of the essence after all. So work hard. Work as if every person you have ever or will ever love is depending solely on the choices that you make. Because they are. Warning. Fix-it psychologists recommend not dwelling on the crushing mental and physical strain of your responsibilities and simply continuing to be productive. Hard work has repeatedly proven to be the best cure for any kind of stress. Now back to work.
Okay, so I can get this guy to be a Mark III. So he should be able to supply all the limestone for these guys. I might need to look into it a little. Let's see. So 150. That guy just needs one. This guy's just going to be one. This guy might need to be a Mark II. Then that guy could just be a Mark I. That should be able to work. Hopefully. I need to get up to the steel production area now that I have the Mark III. Let's see. There we go. The difficulty part is getting around these guys. Luckily I phased through trees. It's a little tricky and hard to use sometimes. Yeah. Made it over here. Where'd the tractor? Oh, he's delivering. So can come over here. Let's see, we got 300 iron trying to come through. So not only is the input slow, I think, the output's also slow, so it can't keep up on either side. Then again, I kind of need to get a thing to count. See, yeah, it's barely making it over here. So let's see if I can get some Mark IIIs placed down. Gonna have to do the same to the coal, which I'll probably do behind the scenes. But I can get the iron one done right now on screen. So we're making 300. Oh, I forgot to bring out the. Let's get that thing real quick. The what's it called? The power shards. I need the power shard. And I can bring this one up to 300 items per minute. But we're gonna need the new belt, which is 200. Even then it's not gonna be exactly the amount I need. It's better than nothing, I guess. I can upgrade that. Nope. See if I can even have enough. Might need to wait to get more steel. Yeah, I need to get more steel. So I'll go get some steel, and then I'll upgrade everything and just improve the production rate of everything. While I was waiting for the steel to process, I realized I never added on the mergers here for these two constructors, so they haven't been processing anything. So let me just quickly attach those. They're only doing 15, so that only requires the Mark I belt. And that's a Mark II because why aren't you going in? Did I not make you an input? Let's see. Why? You're not even on the belt. What is happening? Okay. Merger. Okay, that's a splitter there. This needs to line up there. And that, I think, got messed up right when I was trying to do it. Okay, so now if I attach the Mark I, they should. There we go. And these, that's let's see, 15, 30. So 30 are going into this. This only needs 18, plus another 18. Plus 18 is 36. So I'm getting 45, I think, in total. 15, 15, and another 15 here. So it's 45, 36. So 45 minus 36 should be 9. This only wants 9. So we're doing good on that front. Should make us quite a few more industrial encased beams. But the main thing we want is just a bunch of these so we can upgrade the Mark II belts to Mark IIIs. I did send some of the
Is it heavy modular frames or just modular frames? I think they're just modular frames. To the resource sink, because this one was starting to back up. And extra points. So let me just grab some more so I can use them for construction. Can't wait for the dimensional storages, but I'd have to create factories to power those, or fuel those. We did have a hard drive. Did I not even tell it to scan? Okay, it's scanning the hard drive now. So 10 minutes, we'll take a look at that and see what new recipe we can get. You can see the modular frames are going in. And the excess concrete until we can get the steel production back online. Which I'm thinking I might need to build a second tractor so that they can share delivery, speed up the delivery time. Because right now the delivery speed's only being 60 items per minute and I need 300. So we'll have to see. Another 4 here. Let me head over there and see how far we can upgrade. Okay. Got over here. This is still Mark 3. Okay, up here is Mark 2, so let's get this to Mark 3. And upgrade that one. Still Mark 3, Mark 3. Now it's Mark 3. Another Mark 3 down here. Mark 3. Mark 3. Mark 3. Let's see. Let's keep this one at a Mark 3. Let's see. Each one of these are taking 45. So 300 minus 45 is still well above the Mark II threshold. So that's why this one's a Mark III. So 300 minus 90 is 210. So this one needs to be a Mark III. So let's see. Minus another 45 is 165. The Mark II belt, I think, is... Where's the belt? 120. So this one also needs to be a Mark III. But then I think if we subtract you by another 45, that's exactly 120, so you can be a Mark II. Each one of these are Mark 1s. Yes. Okay, that should be the iron fully set up, at least until we get to Mark 4 belts. Now we need to get the coal, but I don't have enough steel beams for that. I should actually increase the steel beams, or the steel ingots, so that they can flow through faster. So that's what I'll do next with the next steel. For now, I'll wait till the tractor gets back, and then I'll use it as a ride to get back over there. The longer I take to get back, the more resources I'll end up with. Forgot, can't go uphill. There we go. And now I'm on top. Okay, I'll wait for the tractor to get back, head over, get some more steel beams, and then upgrade the rest. 10 seconds left. And there we go. Let's see. What? Fused quick wire. That's kind of good. Basic iron ingot. I think I'll go with the fused quick wire, but let me quickly just look it up and figure out which one I want to get. Yeah, I'll be getting the fused quick wire recipe. And starting up the next hard drive. The other one, my research told me, is like a trap, because it wastes your limestone. Because you can always just make iron ingots just off of a single iron miner, and smelter. You don't need to use a foundry with limestone. You still make a 1-to-1 ratio with iron, so it's... The other one was like an 8 to something ratio, something like that. So this one was a lot better. Another thing I forgot to mention is that Jeff has been collecting some stuff in here, but there's a little issue. He keeps bringing me explosives and I think rebar. Let me show you what I've been getting from him. So this here, the iron rebar and the nukes, as well as pulse nobelisks, I've been getting. So yeah, he keeps getting me weaponry. Wonder what he'll get me next. So I'm still waiting for the iron. It's a slow process. I might make a second tractor, like I said before. Yeah, 24 from that one. I at least want to wait until I get probably around 200 of these before I try to improve the rest of the factory. Another thing I need to work on is probably something I'll do in between episodes, but my power grid, not the best. 600 megawatts is max capacity, and my max consumption is in the 700s. At least right now, the current consumption rate is in the 400s range. So yeah, I'll probably work on upgrading the coal plant with the better technology I have. Eventually I want to make the rocket fuel, I think. I just need to unlock that in the MAM. So let me take a quick look at that. I think that was the sulfur? Yeah. So compacted coal might be a good one to get. That requires a hard drive and some sulfur. This one costs another hard drive and I'm guessing compacted coal, as well as whatever that is. Can I make that on my own? Nope. I'm gonna have to do some research on that, because I don't even think I can custom make it right now. Yeah, it might be something in the Milestone. Maybe it's in phase 2. So I need to get the blueprint, expanded power. A battery system would probably be good to get, but for now I'll focus on getting this. Well, now let's get the batteries. That way I can set up a backup power system that can run while I get the power plant upgraded, so I can transition the power plant, have time to work on that. I might make the new one high in the sky, just so I have room to just build it however I want. I'm gonna need to attach water pumps and all that. Let's see, I need more wire. So let's get 2,000 wire. And I need to get the 50 encased iron ingots. I'm at 45. Just wait a little bit longer. Probably on the next delivery. How much you got? 9. And it looks like he's going into restock. Okay, I'll just AFK a little bit and then I'll be back. Okay, I'm back with some more of the beams. I did do the power milestone, got that completed. That way, next is the blueprints. With the current power levels, I'm definitely the next thing, probably in between episodes, is to upgrade the power station so it can handle a better power grid. But for now, let's get this steel going. So let's see, it's just 45 coming out of this. This combines with another 45 to make 90, so this needs to definitely be a Mark II at the least. another 45. Let's see, 45 times 3 is 135, so that's greater than 120. So you need to be a Mark 3. You can stay a Mark 1, you're going to become a Mark 3. You're also going to be a Mark 3, and you're going to be a Mark 3. And then you need to become a Mark 3. Where else? Mark 3. Mark 3. Let's see. Still pretty slow. I wonder if it's because of that. Let me try this. Are you sure you upgraded to Mark 3? Oh, it's you. That's why. So if I can go, let's see. There we go. There we go. In that case, I probably don't need this guy anymore. Tractor got here. And he took all those items. So I'm gonna have to go check to see how the throughput ends up. Meanwhile, let's see. This thing's still having troubles. Still only 76 items per minute? That doesn't seem right. Maybe we have to wait a few times before it calibrates that. Ooh, I have a lot of pipes now. So I'm just gonna yoink some of those. I accidentally grabbed some of these ingots. And then this one is now got 50. So we're at 132. That'll continue to fill up. Let's get this blueprint complete because I kind of want to try out making a battery bank blueprint, at least a temporary battery bank blueprint. But I don't need this. I need concrete. So I'll take some of those. Okay, I can put in those. I need a couple more cables just for construction purposes. I do need plates, which I should have a backup place of plates over here at this factory. This is gonna hurt. So it should be this one right here. Hard drive complete. Okay, see, alternate rigger motor and basic iron ingot. I don't want the basic, so I'll just grab this one. Yeah, this one's... it just doubles iron with limestone. Not worth it. Says 92 now. I think we need to just wait for the stats. But that was nearly 600 right there. So that would be enough to power this for 2 minutes. And make us 30 of these. Well, 22 are being produced, so about 44 of these would be made off of what we just got. While this one is at 25. We need a couple more for the next milestone after this one, the hyper tubes, I think. I think they're also needed for the batteries. Yeah, the hyper tubes need 50 of those. another 33 of those. I'm planning on making maybe the power bank over here. Just gonna build a ton of batteries so that they can last a while. Hopefully. I might just build the factory beforehand and then just transfer everything while the batteries are running. Let's check on Jeff. Let's see if he got us anything. Oh, too much. Did you get rifle ammo? More weapons, thank you. I guess. I think he's telling me violence, but don't know quite yet. I don't even have the rifle unlocked. Hello. Need the 33 or the 23. That's 17. Here comes another 2. Why am I coming over here? I need to go over here. Put in the final beams. And got the blueprints. We can actually try out the tickets. I've been getting a lot of those. We're at 41. Which combined with this makes 69. And so let's go to the store. And I'm not going to buy any of that. I want to buy all these things. That requires power poles Mark III, which I need to research in the MAM. So for now, I'll just buy these. I'll buy... Never mind, we need to take off some stuff. I'd like to have both of the marks. We don't quite need a light control panel yet. We can get rid of that. I'd like to keep these things. Gates, doors, conveyor walls. We can wait on windows. Tilted walls. These could be interesting. And roofs. Still over the budget. Guess we don't need the inverted ramps. These would be nice to have, and these too. Pipes and the stairs. Don't know if I'd need a half foundation or the double ramp. Don't need to have clean pipes. Okay, we still need to shave off a little bit. We can get this on the next one. There we go. There we go.
Once you have built a satisfactory blueprint, interact with the Blueprint Designer terminal to save it. It will then be available in the Blueprints tab of your build menu. Blueprints can always be edited to correct mistakes or optimize. If you find yourself struggling to work within the set size restrictions, remember that this is a you problem, and efficiency can always be improved.
Okay. Then for the power storage. My plan is to kind of just create a basic design that I can just stack above each other type thing. Attach that to that. There we go. So I think I go to this. Basic battery idea. Basic battery idea. I don't know what the directory thing. Select an icon. Can I search? Why not? No? Okay. Other... Nope, that's Christmas stuff. Anything to resemble power, but that's coal power plant. Train. Let's just go with the power pole. Why not? That'll work. Okay, save blueprint. Now I can get all these resources back. Nope, don't get rid of that. So let's get all this back. There we go. So I'll build that once I get more resources in order to do so. For now, it's working on the next milestone, which is the last thing I want to do before I end this video today, and that's to unlock the hypertubes. So here's all that. You need 500 of these things here. This is going to cut down on the ticket production a little bit. $17 is enough. Concrete's still backing up because we're not bringing in enough steel to get constant running with these machines. Checking the power grid. Okay, we're still good. As long as we don't breach that line, we should be fine. Yeah, so that should be everything for this one. There we go. And now that's the hypertubes unlocked. Let's check on your efficiencies. 13% efficiency. Probably because you're backed up. I don't want this thing to be backed up anymore. So I'm just gonna quickly logistics. Split it over here. Configure you to be left any, and this one none. And feed it into an awesome sink. Just real fast. Oh, you need power. That's right. Don't have steel beams on me to upgrade you to tier 5 or 3. So this plan might not really work, but so I can just put this to any, and that should be able to just split it in half. Some go into here, but the rest go into the other one, so this should be able to go down. No, you're going up. How come the output is slower than the input? Industrial storage requires steel pipe beams. I was really hoping that would empty it. I guess if some extra is still going, then this stuff can start leaving. But I think this is where I'll end the episode. Never mind then. I need to head back to base. I can turn off some factories that I don't really need anymore right now, because they've already produced a lot. And that should save on the power. So let's see, turn off the awesome sink. Copper. I can turn off copper. I have a good amount of concrete on this one, so I can turn off this guy. Okay, I'm just gonna do a simple take off of that. I used up a lot of the modular frames, so I need to keep that guy going. So let me try the power again. Nice. Okay. We'll leave it like that for a bit. And I will upgrade the power between episodes. I'll try to get above like 2,000 megawatts. We'll just see how it can go. Okay, I think I'll end the video here today. I need to work on the power grid, and so in the next video hopefully I'll get the power grid at least a little bit upgraded before we can work on to getting phase 2. It'll probably take me a while to get phase 2, so I might just redo a lot of stuff. We'll see. I mainly need to get the power grid upgraded before I can do anything else now. But I hope you enjoyed the steel factory that I made. Please like and subscribe, and see you guys next time.